Hi, everyone, and welcome to our talk today with one of our Women's 40 Plus members, who is Vicki Townsley. Hi, Vicki. How are you?
Hi, Dana. I'm good, thank you.
That's good. And Vicki and I, girls, have got together today because we've decided that Vicki is one of our inspirational women who has children coming up to Mother's Day and is also able to look after herself and her health and fitness. So we're going to have a discussion around that, about what's difficult, what's easy, and why we do need to sort of put ourselves into the picture of life, really, because I often think women don't do that. So, Vicki, before we get started, can you tell the girls, firstly, where do you live? I know nothing, girls, so this is all new for me as well. Where do you live, Vicki?
Okay, so I live on a farm at Halfway Creek, just north of Woolgoolga, south of Grafton.
Yeah, we know that. Halfway Creek. Good job. What do you think? How many acres have you got there?
100 acres.
100. Wow.
Yeah.
And do you grow stuff or?
No, cattle. We have cattle and horses.
Oh, okay. My dad had 80 cattle. They had a property at Fredericton, and the bull chased me one day, and I was just like, first time, Vicki, I was able to high jump a fence without touching it. I don't like those bulls. So, Vicki, I was just asking you how many children you've got, and you've told me you've got 4. So can you tell me how old the kids are?
Oh, geez, now you're asking. Amy's got a girl who's 35.
Yeah.
And then I've got 3 boys who are 34, 33, and 31 this year.
So because you had the girl first, did you find that Amy mothered the boys?
Oh, for sure. 100%. Amy was in kindergarten when I had Brad, and it actually was fantastic. She was like a little mother. So when I prepped dinner in the afternoons, when she got home from school, I'd say put him in the bouncer in front of the TV. He was fed, and I'd tell her, you sit there and bounce him until I get dinner ready. She was unbelievable. Fantastic.
I know, because my daughter's the eldest, and my next one's Fletcher, and she used to like to put lipstick on Fletcher. She used to like him to be like her doll, and so she could dress him.
Well, I don't know if I should say this here, but we're all girls and each to their own opinions. But Amy used to do my boys up, put her clothes on them.
Yep.
So my first Amy is straight. Brad, the youngest, is straight, and the 2 boys in the middle are both gay. And I always say to Amy,
you did it.
You did it. I think I'm very lucky, though, having 2 gay sons, and anyone who knows me, especially Tracy Bayard, they both have the most beautiful partners, the most beautiful families, and all my outlaws, we had the best time. We party together. I consider myself very lucky.
Oh, of course. So beautiful. Oh, that's lovely, Vicki. And they would be so colourful, because I find the people that I know that are gay are just such colourful personalities. They're just
for sure.
fun.
And everyone loves them. Scott,
yeah,
the eldest boy, is he's a music teacher at Grafton High School, and the kids just idolise him. He's very talkative. Yeah. And he just knows how to communicate with these kids, and he gets kids coming to him with advice about their sexuality, and he talks to their parents and things. Like he's just a good kid, really good kid.
Oh, yes, you're blessed. We
are,
aren't we? Sure. Having our kids, it's just those fun times we have with them. It's fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah. So what are you doing for Mother's Day?
Well, my mum is 78 and she's in a nursing home at Nambucca Heads.
Yeah.
But my sister will bring her up and she'll come up for the day. She might even come up on Saturday and stay the night. And because I'm a aged care nurse as well, so my sister's an RN, so we bring her up often and just have her here for a couple of days. We had her here for Christmas. So for Mother's Day, we'll probably it'll be really, who knows how long I'm going to have her.
Yeah.
So we'll probably make it all about her on Mother's Day. Like, I've got 7 grandkids. I'll have them all around, and they love it when great granny comes. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's the family time at our age, isn't it? It's not so much.
Oh, yes, for sure.
I feel like my gift has been having my son over from Western Australia with his gorgeous girlfriend, and that feels like my Mother's Day gift. Like, yeah,
it's
so
the best.
That's the best, yeah. Oh, so Vicki, you chose to do our Ageless program, which was a program that is about to start again at the end of May. I am going to ask you some questions around it, but girls, what I said to Vicki was, I love to do surprise conversations because it's authentic. You've got no idea what we're about to talk about. I've got no idea what the answers are. And it sort of does, I think, make for a more genuine conversation. So I'm going to ask Vicki some questions that may challenge your thinking a little bit, Vicki. So let me go with that. Firstly, why did you choose to do Ageless last time? What was the idea behind it?
Okay, I just feel like now at my age, I've got to do something. I want to be around for my grandkids. My friend Tracy Byard and I got chatting about it, and I had missed the program before because I didn't know anything about it anyway. And then this one was coming up, and I spoke to Tracy about it because, you know, I've done every diet known to man. But this one, Tracy made it sound easy. So I thought it's now or never. I have to work on my health. I'm not a skinny person, and I still ride horses, but I get paranoid about me being too heavy for the horse. Like, I'm 100 kilos.
Okay.
And it's not, for me, it's not even about how heavy I am. It's about my fitness, because I used to be a really fit person, but I reckon that when I hit 50, when I should have been out doing more exercise, I just sort of, I don't know, I let myself slow down a bit. And where I was working, I was doing home care and sleepovers, and I just got lazy.
Yep.
That's all I can say. I got lazy, and I know that I'm not on my game with my level of fitness. I feel it. I feel it in my whole body. And when I decided about that Ageless, I thought, this is for me. I do have to say, I felt a bit while I was doing it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But I just kept thinking, and I know people out there will understand when I say, I kept thinking, oh my God, I'm the fattest in this group. I'm not putting my photo on here. I'm not. People will know what I'm talking about because a lot of people have been there. And but I was enjoying it while I was doing it, and honestly, I started to feel good. Yes, I fell off the wagon over Christmas, and then I haven't done a lot since then. And since then, I got pneumonia. I have been sick, and I never get sick. And I know it's because I'm not on my game with fitness and looking after me, just looking after me.
Good girl. So can I move on from that then and say to you, the question I'm going to ask you is, what is the most important thing on your mind at the moment in regard to your health and fitness?
I'd have to say it's my fitness.
Your fitness?
It would be 100% my fitness. I'm going to be 60 in a couple of years, and I'm worried because I look at my mum. My mum was always fit, always out in the garden doing things, and I can feel it. I can feel like I've got a sore shoulder. I feel like I've got a bad knee, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be, oh no, I can't go because I've got a sore knee. I can't do that because I still want to be able to get on my horse when I'm 65 and go for a ride around. You know, but it's my fitness. I'm really worried about it now. I'm getting really worried.
And so that's good. And so can I ask you, what is the challenge around you getting fit at the moment? Like what has been the challenge for you?
I could make every excuse under the sun.
Yeah.
Because that's what people do, and that's what I do. It's too cold. I don't want to get out of bed. The ground's too wet. I don't want to go walking. I don't want to go to a gym. That's one thing. I've tried that. I've done it. But because where I live, I don't want to have to get up and travel 20 minutes or 25 minutes to go to a gym when I know when I did that ageless and I knew that I could just get up and do that in the morning or I could do it any time of the day. I was on the top of my game doing that, but I could make every excuse. But honestly, it's just laziness. It really is just laziness. And I know that's bad, but that's the truth.
But it's not bad, it's honest. And like I often think until we can acknowledge something, we can't change it. So I think it's actually awesome, Vicki, because you're actually acknowledging what it is. And now you're having a choice really of whether you're going to change that mindset or whether you're going to continue along with that. So look, I don't think it's bad. Sorry.
Something else that's really bad is on the farm, my daughter lives in the other house and she's a personal trainer and a dance teacher and I do nothing. That's terrible.
My God, I know your daughter. She danced with my daughter Chelsea growing up.
I'm embarrassed to say that, but she's always getting up me. And we've been talking a lot about it lately because when she had the twins, she's got that muscle separation. So she's going through a lot of things herself. And so we do talk a lot about fitness. And when I did that age, she was on board. She was on my back. She was really into it, really got me going. But when I told her I was going to do it again, she said, well, that's it. I'm going to make sure you do it 100%. So I've got the support. Like I can't whinge about support because I've got it.
It's interesting, isn't it? And so you just say that laziness, is it because why do you think that you're choosing lazy over doing it when you've got your daughter there so supportive?
I think it's like anything. You've got to make that first step.
Yeah.
And I know with the ageless, I knew the day we were starting and I was up and I did it. Every time I could do it in the morning, I did it until I fell off the wagon. But I know it's that first step. Once I do it that one time and after those few days, I started to feel fantastic. And the kettlebells, like that I loved that.
I love that too. I'm excited for that.
I started to feel.
Yeah.
And I know that, look, honestly, there's no reason that I live in this house. I can get up at any time. I can do whatever I want. My husband goes to work early. I don't know. I'm lazy.
That's okay. So, so with ageless, because Vicki, you are doing our next one again. How do you feel that program does support you? So you were saying it supports you in that you were able to choose whatever time you exercised, which is awesome. How else do you feel that program supports you to get going?
I found the food side of it really easy.
Okay, that's interesting.
After a couple of days, as long as I did the prep stuff, as long as I had everything here and I was ready to go, I made my food for a week, had it in containers, set up in the fridge, and then I sent my husband to eat at the other house with Amy and the kids, and I ate over here by myself so that I had because Amy's a beautiful cook. So I stayed over here and I just found the food side of it very easy to do. Like a lot of things I've done before, it's too much. You've got to go and buy too many things and it's too much. But this one I found very simple and easy to get the ingredients, easy to prep things. They didn't go yuck in the fridge. And the shakes I loved. I loved doing the shake in the morning because that's easy for me.
Yeah.
So I just found that side of it comforting because it wasn't like I had to do a lot of work for the food side.
And so with ageless, I do try and say, let's work on lowering inflammation in the body, but let's also speed up the metabolism through that exercise program, which uses kettlebells and booty bands and all the rest of it. And then I try and get us to understand more that emotional side of us and through our education, but also B, I would say through our breath work and meditations and whatever. How did you find that, Vicki?
The box breathing thing.
Yeah.
I started to do that every night because I'm not a good sleeper sometimes. I started to do that and you wouldn't believe it. I was able to sleep better, but I was looking at something, I don't know, something popped up on my Facebook and it was the there was some, it might have even been on TikTok, because I love watching TikTok.
She's a TikTok girl.
I don't
even know how to get onto TikTok.
But they were like military guys in America, and they were doing it, and it helped me sleep. I got into bed and I was doing it, and it actually helped me sleep better.
Oh, fantastic.
And the education, I can't even say that was fantastic. The education side of it is 99% of it for me, because I started to really think about things.
Yeah, and that's so important, because you don't know what you don't know, do you? So you can't make different choices when you don't know stuff. So
that's right.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know, that box breathing, Brene Brown, I don't know if you know her, but she's a bit of American sort of motivational speaker, but she talks a lot about shame, and she talks a lot about vulnerability and all that. But anyway, she goes into places and changes the environment or the culture of these different places. And she was saying that the only two places she knows that does breath work to bring your body into that rest and repair, she was saying, is yogis and the forces. So exactly like you were saying, like the army, the Air Force and that. She said it blew her mind that she went into these tough guy Americans, and they knew all about breath work and how it brought the body into rest and repair. And she said it was just incredible to her that you got yogis on one hand, you got these hardcore guys, and they were both doing the same thing. So yeah, so that's good. Good it was able to help you sleep.
Yeah.
I do it as well. I do another breath type, that double breath thing to get me back to sleep. And you go, because you're concentrating on your breath, and you're not got that. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So can I just ask you now, if you were to say yes to Ageless, which you have, so Vicki says, yep, I'm going to get my health and fitness back in order. If you think about it, what are you saying no to? What are you going to lose by doing it?
What do you mean, what am I going to lose?
So when you say yes to health and fitness, looking after your emotional health, your body, all that sort of stuff, what are you saying no to now?
Chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah. What else?
And that is down. That's a biggie with me.
Yeah.
What am I going to say no to? No to laziness. I'm going to say no.
I was just going to say it. I was just going to say, you're actually saying no to laziness now.
Yep.
And chocolate. Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to doing it again, because I know after that first couple of days I'll be back on track, and I really want to put 100% in. There's nothing this time, like there's no Christmas, there's no celebrations. It's just straight out ageless. That's it. That'll be my life.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, Vic. And so, Vicki, I always say, like, if you think about laziness, chocolate, those things you were saying no to, I always say we've got above the line and below the line emotions. Remember I talked about that? So above the line is happy, joy, grateful. Below the line is resentment, frustration, anger, all that sort of stuff. So those things that you are saying no to, how did those things make you feel? How does laziness make you feel? Below the line or above the line emotionally?
Below the line.
And what about chocolate? Does that make you feel
above the line? I love chocolate.
Yeah. And so when you have eaten the chocolate, do you then have a feeling of below the line, guilt, or you just don't?
Yeah.
So you do go above the line for a moment, but long term. So if you look at health and fitness now, so you look at exercise, you look at clean food, you look at all those sort of things. Exercise, is it give you that feeling of above the line or below the line?
Above the line.
And what about eating clean food?
Above the line.
And your overall picture of yourself, does it become more positive or does it become more negative?
100% positive.
So it's interesting, isn't it? So this is where I say with my clients that it's not an overnight fix. It is a practice.
Oh, no.
Like you've just said, you did Ageless, happy days, in a way, you've said you've sort of fallen off the wagon a bit, but you're looking forward to, but you've had illness and you've had disruptions. And so you've got to come back and put the wheels back on and go again. So it is a practice. It certainly isn't an overnight fix. I understand that. But what if we can keep that big picture in our head of, you know what, if I can really get that practice to become such a habit that it is who I am as a woman, I'm no longer a lazy woman. I am a woman that actually just enjoys movement. It keeps you above the line because all those emotions will stay with you long term. So so I'm excited because you've actually acknowledged that, like those things that you're going to say no to actually don't make you feel good anyway. Chocolate does in the moment, but then you get the after effect of, OMG, what did I just do? So so Vicki, can I just finishing a couple of things. What is the most valuable thing that you've taken from our conversation today?
That I don't have to get down on myself about it.
Good girl.
Just do it.
Just do it. You Nike girl, you. She's our elite athlete, girls. Just do it. I love it. Oh dear, I think we're all amazing. I just honest to God, Vicki, I just don't give a shit about our age, how big we are, how small we are. I just think that we're all amazing because we're all so much fun. And fun must be my highest value, because if people make me laugh, I'm like, I'm a happy girl. And you make me laugh, so I'm all good. Oh dear. Oh, that's good. So that's fantastic. Just do it. I agree with that. And is there anything else you wanted to say before we finish? Oh, let's tell the girls, what did you achieve in the first Ageless program?
I felt so good.
Yeah.
I did lose weight. I lost about 5 kilos.
Yeah.
I have probably put about 1 kilo back on. I've still tried to be good since then.
Yep.
And I think I learnt a lot. I learnt a lot, not just with the food side and exercise, but the education. The education is a lot of it. Yeah. I learned things, and my daughter will tell you, every time after education, I'd go over there and I'd have to spruik something about, we'd start talking, and then I'd say, well, on Dana's program, and I would be talking about Dana's program all the time over there. And it's funny because my friend Tracy, every time I seen her or spoke to her, that's all she would talk about is Dana's program. And then it got me thinking about, that's what sort of got me going with it all. But I do have to add one more thing.
Yeah.
When we were talking about chocolate and things, when I was doing the Ageless with the food side, I found that I didn't need that because I was sticking to the program. I didn't have those munchies when I was watching TV. I just had my peppermint tea and I was okay.
Yeah.
I really found that it was enough food and I was doing well with eating that amount and not eating anything extra. So I just have to say that because I know what I'm like with food. I love food.
And part of the reason we do that, Vicki, is because we stabilize your blood sugars. And so you're not getting those dips and those cravings as much. And I also think because we get such education around our emotions that we start to become much more aware of what's going on in our bodies as well. I think that we're able to make better choices rather than just be unconscious to jumping into the sugar or the chips or the whatever. So which is great. So that means your blood sugars must have stabilized a lot more, which is fantastic.
I think so.
Congratulations. Yeah. Vicki, it's been so nice talking to you today. So thanks so much for joining us.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's exciting because you are going to join our next one, and so that Vicki will be on there, girls, to give you a bit of a laugh, and we will all be doing it together. So I'm excited. So
looking forward.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. All right, see you, girls. I'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.